This is a review of the Samsung Galaxy Tab 4. This happens to be the 8-inch size, and I'm going to post the same review on the black and white because they're basically identical except for the color of the case. I want to point out that this is the Wi-Fi version only with 16 gigabytes of memory. I purchased the 8-inch version because it has some advantages over the 7-inch version that I liked. Primarily was the SD slot on this one here will accept a 64 gig, which is an SD, a micro SD card, which I also purchased, and I like to have the bigger memory expansion. The 7-inch version only will allow an expansion of 32 gigabytes. Inside the box, you'll find the tablet itself. You'll find a set of instructions, which is a brief instruction guide and also another Samsung manual, a charging and data cable, in addition an AC wall charger. You want to go over the accessories. First of all, you have a charging cable. It's only 31 inches long, and it's a micro USB to USB charging cable. It's designed to be used with this AC wall charger, or you can use it with your computer. The AC wall charger itself, which you see here, is rated at 5 volts DC at 1 amp output. It's designed to operate on 100 to 240 volts AC and 50 to 60 hertz. I want to point out that it is UL approved. First of all, you'll find a quick start user's guide, which is very handy. You'll find here a software upgrade instructions telling you how to open up a Google account and use that to update the software of the device. Then you also have a registration program, which you can register with Samsung and get some perks. Before I start this one up, I want to tell you I've played with one for several hours today, and I've become quite experienced with using it. I want to tell you it's very lightweight. It weighs in at 11 1/4 ounces, and the operating system on here is Android 4.4 KitKat. This basic version here has a 16 gigabyte flash memory. This device is expandable by adding up to the larger size of a 64 gigabyte memory stick. I went ahead and purchased the Samsung memory stick. It is a class 10 memory stick. It will read at 70 megabytes per second and write at 20 megabytes per second. And by putting this in there, you now have made this an 80 gigabyte tablet, so it's quite powerful. I like that a lot because, to be honest with you, these two items combined were less than about $300, right under. That's about half the price of a 64 gigabyte iPad mini. So just to give you a comparison, quite impressed with the unit I was playing with. It has a 1280 by 800 pixel resolution on the screen, which is really quite good. I liked it quite a bit. It also comes with $300 of free content. So there's a lot of apps involved, including things to even use Microsoft Word. The internal battery is 4,450 milliampere hours, and it powers a quad-core CPU made by Qualcomm that operates at 1.2 gigahertz. So it contains an infrared LED, what's called an IR blaster, which allows you to control your home devices like your television and DVD players. That's a nice feature. It has an app that you can log in your zip code, and you can track your local television shows. It contains a powerful multitasking capability where you can actually do two tasks at the same time on the screen. Very powerful, something that iPad doesn't have. It's able to set up multi-users and even to set up a kids mode for a kid-friendly user interface. Built-in Wi-Fi. In addition, it has Bluetooth 4.0. Quickly go over the controls before we power it up. Here you have a recent touch button. It's touch sensitive. This is the important home button. This is the back button, which goes back one step. And on the top here you have the front-facing camera. Bottom here you can see the USB, micro USB port used for charging an interface. Top here you can see the headphone jack. Back here you'll have the rear-facing 3 megapixel camera. Then also you have the speaker on the back. The back of the case is made of plastic. Side here you can see the power lock button, the up and down volume button. This is the IR infrared blaster for use to control things. And here is the micro SD card slot. Point out that this is very thin. It's only 0.31 inches thick. The thing you need to do is plug in the power cord and charge it until it's fully charged. And You can see the battery symbol come up and see the charging start. When you turn this on, you want to press the power lock button, hold it for a second, and the display comes on, and you can see it starting up. Once you go through that, here you have to check your language, and then it's going to pop up and show you all the Wi-Fi networks in your area and ask you to connect to a Wi-Fi. You're going to have to accept some terms and conditions and sign in with your Google account. Asking you to create a cloud account, and because you just purchased a new tablet, you get 50 gigabytes of cloud backup for 2 years for free, and that backs up your tablet automatically. The device loads up the home screen. This is the same screen you'd see if you push the home button. If you swipe from the side here, this is the multifunction part of it. Let's say you wanted to look at pictures. You can touch gallery and drag it onto the screen. Going to open up the gallery. And let's say you want to touch the email and drag it to the bottom. And now you can show your email on the bottom, and you can show your pictures at the top. And if you're searching for a picture and you find it, you want to send it to somebody, you can drag it down to add the picture to the email. If you want to have more space to look at your email, you can expand this up. It's a very versatile, multifunctional aspect of this tablet, something that right now the iPad doesn't have. I'm on the home screen, and if I wanted to, I could touch this matrix down here, and it allows me to go to the icons. So these are the apps that are already installed in the device. One thing I like is I come up here and touch settings, and now it will show me the settings of this. And you can see I can look at connections, device, controls, and general. And if I come down here, if I want to look at the device, I can look at all the settings for the device, change the wallpapers, the fonts. I can go look at the controls. So they basically have put tabs in there and broken up all the control functions so you can go through and look at them in general. I want to come down here under general and touch storage, and you can see it'll pop up and tell me that I have presently system memory is 4 gigabytes, and that I have space left of 16 gigabytes, and there is no SD card, which I'm going to mount in next. See, I have the 64 gig card ready to install. Inside you can see the SD card slot. I'm going to lift in there with my fingernail and gently pull up a tab, and there you see where the SD card goes. You see the SD card, I'm going to put it with the nomenclature up, insert it into the slot, just swing around the flap, put it in a position, and press it down and lock it in place. Now I've rebooted the tablet back on. I'm going to swipe it to unlock it, matrix. I'm going to touch settings. I'm going to go to general, and I go down here to storage. And you can see that I've now installed 58.53 gigabytes of additional storage. That's a very powerful feature on Android tablets, and I like that a lot. I've now converted this to the equivalent of 80 gigabytes, which is quite a powerful tablet. This quad-core CPU is very fast. In my personal opinion, it's substantially faster than a mini iPad that we have that my grandson uses. You can see how quickly it responds back to the previous page. It's almost instantaneous. It's a very powerful tablet. I'm really impressed. See, I have typed in to search on Amazon for a Samsung Galaxy Tab 8-inch. I'm going to touch that. And you can see how quickly it pops up. And here's the black version. And as you can see, it's just really almost instantaneous. Very, very powerful. Excellent quality graphics. Overall, I want to tell you I like this tablet a lot. This is an excellent device, sold at a very good price. I like everything about it. It does have a plastic back, for example, but you know, you've saved about half the price of a comparable Apple tablet. Just wanted to show the quality of the screen. This is a night shot of the space shuttle taking off from the Cape. You can see it's excellent quality, excellent resolution. I also want to tell you that I set up my email account, and literally it took something like 60 seconds. Very fast, very easy. Well, this is an excellent tablet. I like the price, I like the features, it's very strong performance. I think it's a good competitor against the iPad mini, for example. I rate this at 5 stars. This review is done by JJ CEO.